Thrive's experience with supporting churches with their youth ministry has taught us a lot. We've seen a lot of what goes on in our churches, and what we've developed as part of our Manifesto for 21st Century Youthwork is a list of what we call the myths of youth ministry. Things that churches tend to believe that actually aren't true. And what we'll do as part of our huddles community and learning community is to talk through some of these myths and why they're prevalent in our church today and what we can do to change it. And these are going to be awkward conversations because sometimes we don't like having the light shone on us, but it's imperative that we recognise the ones that our church does fall for, because without addressing them, we're always going to find youth work difficult. And some of these things are like the idea that youth work has to be done by people in their early 20s. But what happens if you're a church with no one in their early 20s? We tend to go, well, we don't do youth work. That's a myth. We do. The Lord is calling you as a church to reach out to the next generations. The majority of those of us in the church today came to faith by the time we were 18. So it's imperative that we continue to reach out to young people. Another myth is that most of us don't need to do youth work. We'll just leave it to one or two people and it happens out of sight, out of mind. That is not true. That is not a way we're going to raise young people up to be part of the church family in your area. And so we want to look at why we've become like that. Why have we done youth work like that? Young people want relationship with the church family. It's not like they just want to be on their own, isolated, inoculated from the rest of the church. So there's a number of myths that we will explore as part of the Manifesto huddle journey. And so part of being up for this journey is you're willing to be open-minded, you're willing to be challenged, you're willing to think differently, you're willing to let go of, well, this is how it's always been done, or this is what we used to do when it was in the golden days when we had lots of young people, and rather go, and what does it need to look like for the digital generation? What does it need to look like for young people who weren't alive in the last century, who have grown up knowing how to pinch, zoom and swipe before they can talk? Things are different. We've got to change. Thrive's Manifesto for 21st Century Youth Work will help you with that change.